The deadline in this sector for voluntary presentation at the experimental center is 6 o'clock.
You're supposed to be
I'm doing my radio.
Oh, thanks a lot. I'm all out.
What's happening, everybody? Shelton J. Think About a Radio. Motivation Monday. I got a great interview lined up for you guys this evening. Got ALMTY, the kid. He attends Rarebreed University on the line with me. He's going to spend a little time with Think About a Radio. This young brother has a lot to say, and I think you guys are going to be definitely motivated by the conversation. Mr. ALMTY, what's going on, my brother?
What's going on, Shannon?
Hey, it's all right. It's all right, man. Let the people know who you are, man, because I know I probably didn't do you justice, my brother, on the introduction. Let the people know who you are.
I'm ALMTY the kid. I usually just go by kid, but I'm from New Orleans. I'm living out here in San Antonio right now. I go to college. I ain't gonna tell y'all what college I go to. Y'all gonna be looking for me. But yeah, that's it. That's really about it. I grew up in Dallas. I ain't grow up out here. I ain't grow up out there neither, really. But I got a small New Orleans accent because I grew up around my family my whole life. I ain't really had too many friends. It's really my family, and we all from New Orleans, so I sound like them.
Yes, sir. Yes. It's all good, man. So, what do you say you into music and stuff like that, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let the people know about the music, man. How they can get a hold of you. How they can, sponsor, support some of the stuff you're doing out here too, my man. And then we can get into the details and get all into all that good stuff, my man. We get into all that good stuff.
Already, well, I put together Rarebreed. I put that together all of my stuff out here. Well, I started it by myself. Let me not say I put it together. Right now, it's me and my brother, Calvin.
Shout out.
But we've been through a little bit, bro. I don't really like to shed too much light on the negativity.
Yeah.
But we ain't always did what was right, but that's what made us who we is. And so it's because we learn from our mistakes, and it's I go through the day. I go to college. I look on Twitter. I look on Instagram. I see kids. They don't really learn. Like not just the kids, neither like young people in general. People in general. They don't really take the time to learn no more. It's like arrogance and ignorance is like the new thing. So I just kind of want to show people, like, just because you wrong, like in a situation, don't mean that you wrong as a person. You feel me? If you learn from that situation,
mm-hmm.
you only can get better. And if you don't critique yourself to tell yourself that you're wrong, then you're never gonna get better.
No doubt. You're right. You have to look at this as self-evaluation. That's definitely important. But oftentimes, I believe, man, from what I see, is that you see a lot of the finger pointing rather than just, hey, let me look at myself, and then as long as I fix me, everybody else will benefit from a better me, right? Oftentimes, we don't want to, look at ourselves, and I think that sends a wrong message. And you say you're 20 years old, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so as a young man, how does that affect your view of just society, though, right? When you just see so much, I guess, separation and negativity, and then you say even in the past participating in some of that yourself. So how do you just see that? How does that look to you, though, from the youth perspective? Because I know as 45 years old, I can say, well, the youth think this or the youth thinks that. I want to hear it really from the youth perspective. What's on you guys' minds these days?
Personally, I look at the way everything is, and it's real frustrating to me. It's like I don't really know how it could change. I try to be a part of the change, but at the end of the day, I'm only one person. Rarebreed is only so big, it's so many more people with bigger platforms than I have that's putting out the complete wrong message. So I really just look at it like, where are we really headed? Like, how far down are we really going before somebody decide it's time to pick us up?
Man, and that's a strong statement though. And so, because I think that sentiment really resonates amongst a lot of the youth, right? Like but I would say this: be that change, continue to be that change, right? And don't lose sight of hope. And then you lead, because a lot of times if everybody's looking for a leader and we're looking for somebody to come up with the right answer or whatever, collectively, that's going to be the answer, right? One by one, you take someone else that thinks like you, and you keep it moving from there, and just start building that way. And just don't lose sight and don't lose hope, that their change is going to come, but it's going to have to be collective. It's going to have to be a collective mind. But first of all, think about a radio, right? It's going to have to be a thought. It's going to have to be a thinking. It's going to have to be a shift in the mind, a paradigm shift, if you will, in order to realize that we're going to have a concerted effort to get beyond that. Because that's kind of saddens me, that's pretty much the feeling, right? That what do we do? It's kind of hopeless.
Yeah.
And that's, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Exactly. Hopeless. That's really the word, hopeless. I be tell everybody in Rarebreed, like, they're my brothers, them people I grew up like bad. We did bad together. Some of them still doing bad, and I love them. I mean, shoot. They gonna have to get it together sooner or later. I ain't gonna X them off because they doing bad. I was doing bad. They stood by me. It's just like, man, don't put none of that out. I don't need you out here like you known for being a drug dealer. I don't need that. If you're gonna be Rarebreed, like, you can't be Rarebreed, the biggest drug dealer in Rarebreed. That's not the message that we shooting for. I don't ain't no guns in none of my music videos. We keep guns around, don't get me wrong, but I'm not putting that out.
Right.
Because that's not the type of message that I'm trying to put to these kids or to nobody at that.
How powerful, man, is music in your opinion?
Music.
Yeah.
Music got me through a lot, man. Like, music got me through a lot. It's like, if I could relate to you, I feel a little bit better. And a lot of the people that do music, they went to the music that I listen to, like rap or whatever. They went through things that's a lot similar to what we went through. And I feel like I would have lost my mind a long time ago if it wasn't for music.
It's powerful, man. Music is really powerful. It can make you feel a certain way, and depending on what song it's on, because the vibrations, the beats, the sounds, or whatever, right? It can take you through a lot of stuff, and it's timeless. It's timeless, and I want to commend you as a young man for wanting to send a whole different message than what you see in a lot of it, a lot of the music, and you're using your talents and your skills in order to really be that change that you want to see. And again, that's encouraging, because a lot of times, we can talk and we can have conversation about it in debates and back and forth about what needs to change and what needs to get better. But if we're equipped with a skill, something that we can actually use in order to really just be a tool, within that building of it, man, that's a beautiful thing, man. Because a lot of times people, I think, waste their talent sometimes.
Yeah, I do agree. And to them, it don't look like wasted talent, because, they make their money off it, but it's contributing to this world that's, man, they killed 500 people in Las Vegas. And the day right after that, they had a shooting at USC. And I've been looking at all this week, I've been watching the same man get shot in the back by the police. Like, and this is everything that's constantly being put in the youth's face. You understand?
Yeah.
I don't like that. If I had this type of stuff like Twitter, Instagram when I was 8 years old, I'd be more messed up than I am right now. You understand?
Yeah. Yeah, because the exposure of it. It's just so much exposure of it. Is there such thing as overexposure or saturation?
Yes. Yes. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm Black Lives Matter, like Black rights, all of that. I'm 100%. But do you really think that showing the execution of these black men on social media is really what we need to be showing our kids?
You asking me personally?
I mean, I'm just saying, I don't even want to see it, to be honest with you. It make me feel some type of way. So is that really what we need to be publicizing and televising?
I think, man, what we need to be publicizing and televising, if you're asking me, Shelton J, since I think you will, I think you are. I think what we need to be is televising more unity on the people that are the victims. Which, if they look like us, then we need to be able to have enough people in place, have enough power in place to where we can push some people and some initiatives and some policies, right, to work in our favor to where that doesn't happen. So when you see us on the other end, getting the negative side of that, right, shot in the back and all of those kind of stuff, man, be able to position ourselves to where that doesn't happen. Someone stands up and someone represents, not just someone's organizations. Because if you remember, man, in the past through history and stuff, right, they take out one leader and then no one else rise up. They take out another one, no one else. You know what I mean? So yeah. I encourage you with your music, with your platform, to raise up leaders. And so now you can be the change, and then now you can be in there and play this political game, right? Be able to come in and make these laws and regulations, because obviously there's not enough people that care about what happens to those people, right? That's getting shot, that's getting on the other side of that, to make anything happen, to make anything change, right? Because things do change, right? When enough people say enough is enough. But there has to be some power behind that.
Yeah. And that's where like I said, music is in demand. I don't even think we was on air when I told you that, but
no, sir.
Music is in demand. Music is in demand right now. You understand? So these big artists, they got some of the biggest platforms out there. Like T.I., I seen earlier this week, he was protesting at Houston, some restaurant out in Atlanta.
Yeah,
like
they
people like
Jay Morrison in or something.
Yeah, they was like denying black people or something like that.
Right. Yeah, they had a party at 7. I think they denied them some service, and I believe they had that restaurant has a history of doing those kind of things. I think that was some of the story behind it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And Trey the Truth, he out there helping all of those Houston victims. I mean, it don't take a whole lot, man. That's his city. Houston, his city. So I mean, it's kind of only right that he gives back. You feel me?
Yeah.
When you see those people helping each other, and it's like, man, well, let me go help somebody. A lot of times that's who the people of the public aspire to be. They want to be those rappers and all of this. Well, if these rappers, they out here, they lead benefit groups and whatnot, and it's going to be a lot of public people in benefit groups, don't you think?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A whole lot. I think, man, and that's what's going to make, I believe, your career really special, though, man, or anything that you do, because the heart and the desire to want to give back, and one thing is important, with your business, which you understand that as well, adding value. You're adding something more to than just the regular stuff, right? They're just the regular things they're seeing. So you're adding a different ingredient to an industry that has a lot of food, but you're adding something totally different, and where they're going to want to put that on their plate also. So I commend you for doing that, though, brother, because you could not care. You could have stayed where you were in the past. But the past was just some learning experience for you and for you, and then now you're a whole lot better because of that, and a lot of people's lives are going to change because of that too, though, man.
Jail wasn't fun, so I had to make some kind of change.
No, I don't know nobody that jump up out of there and say, man, I can't wait to go back.
Yeah.
No, it was you right.
And I gotta say, my first radio show, Free My Brother Fat. my brother went to jail